Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Monday, June 15th, 2026. Let's take a look at the economic calendar for today. So what do we have here? We have a electronic card retail sales in New Zealand up from -1.2 to 1.7. PPI data in Switzerland scheduled for release at 8:30. Consumer climate in Switzerland scheduled for release at 9 o'clock. Together with the speech of German BUBA President Joachim Nagel and Christine Lagarde, ECB President, 15 minutes later. CPI data from Poland scheduled for release at 9:30. Budget balance in Turkey 10 o'clock. Industrial production trade balance from the Eurozone is scheduled for release at 11 o'clock. Then we enter the US session. Housing starts. Manufacturing sales and wholesale sales are scheduled for release at 2:30. New York Empire State Manufacturing Index is scheduled for release at 2:30 as well. And then we got the data from the industrial production scheduled for release at 3:15. And that's about it. As you can see, all of these events are yellow, which means they are medium important. No high important events for today. So without any further ado, let's switch to the charts. We start with euro-dollar. Euro-dollar for our time frame chart is looking quite good. We have a bounce from the level of 1.1510. Right now, local high was made at 1.1622, so over 100 pips of the bounce. Nevertheless, if we extend this line here, not quite sure if we should use this channel anymore. Let's just place the regular line, okay, like a trend line. We will just replace it. Let me just remove the magnet, and you can see that this line works quite well. We got this situation when the line is being tested and is being used by market participants. Let's just make it obviously orange so you can see it straight on. Bounce, movement to the upside, almost bounce, 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 breakout. And now it looks like, that's my point, that we might be limited. I mean, the movement to the upside might be limited to this line, because it looks like the line was tested and quite bearish reaction has been placed here. So we got some sort of the rejection. Nevertheless, still the next level for this week is let me just adjust the numbers. All right, so this is for sure 1.1645, and there is one more located at the top of the wave X, 1.1687. So those are the updated numbers, and especially the latter one needs to be violated for the euro dollar to move higher. Otherwise, bearish bias is being preferred. Cable with this kind of a momentum, 57 points, is right now trying to test the 1.3482 level yet again. We will see sooner or later how this will play out. For now, movement to the upside is quite nice. Nevertheless, it's still looking like a corrective one. So don't be too much surprised if there will be a reversal. US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Just as expected, after we hit the supply zone, we have a first reaction to the downside as the bears are getting quite active in that zone. We have a bounce and another movement to the downside. Right now, it looks like the bears and bulls do not know what they want to do in a short term, so we stuck inside of the range. Nevertheless, you can see straight on that this movement to the upside was quite successful, despite the fact that the momentum were moving lower day by day, hour by hour. Just recent spike to the downside place the momentum towards the level of 34, bounce is towards the level of 50, towards the neutral level, and now we need to see what this market really wants to do, whether the bears will be active even more and they will push the prices even more lower, or maybe just maybe the bulls will yet again establish a new higher high. Very interesting situation. For now, a little bit quiet. Gold market bounces up from the lows at 4,023. Right now, 4,334 is the technical is the local high just below the technical resistance. We will change the color of the level 4,268 for the green, because now it is a intraday support. Let me just place this retail gap for you guys so you can see. There you go. This is the retail gap, a little bit higher. So anyway, as long as we stay above the technical level, technical support, the outlook remains a little bit bullish because momentum is strong, and we might see some sort of the pullback to the upside. S&P 500 moves up yet again. It looks like this situation with the correction is completed. We will remove our Fibonacci, big Fibonacci retracement level. Retracement was back down towards the level of 7,236. Very nice rebound, and we are back inside of the, as you can see, the supply zone. The question is whether we will break through straight on or just reverse from now on. If we break through, all-time high is the next target, 7,620. Crude oil is back down towards 80.73. This is the low from, as you can see, this is the April 70, 2026. The lowest low is available here for a test, 77.03, and this is the low from the March 2026. So very cheap crude oil relatively, as we keep moving lower. Now this gap will act as the technical resistance. Let me just adjust these levels here. So let me just place this level here for the technical resistance, and that will be red, 86.34, and obviously this one is red as well, 84.45. So that's the updated situation on crude oil and the Bitcoin. And the Bitcoin finally breaks above 65,000. Nice breakout to the upside, and now the next target for the Bitcoin is 69,363. As you can see, momentum hits the extremely overbought conditions, so we might see some sort of the movement to the downside for a pullback. Nevertheless, let me just switch to daily. There you are, and the daily, it doesn't actually looks bad. Nevertheless, you can see straight on that in the background, because of the extremely oversold conditions, now we have a pullback to the upside. Nevertheless, momentum jumped very significantly towards the level of 42. Price not necessarily jumped significantly. It doesn't actually look like anything significant. You can see my three arrows now here, and this is the zone to be or not to be for any bull on this chart right now. Okay, so we might see even more upside on the chart, even towards this zone here, to test the bear flag. Nevertheless, that will require a lot of the momentum. All right, so we will see soon whether this is just another pullback to the upside, or whether this is something special. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.